Today we're looking at AI Institute, a consulting firm that helps engineering, architecture, and consulting companies integrate AI into their workflows. I'm going to break down what they actually deliver, the strengths of their approach you'll want to know, and the potential risks you'll want to know before making a decision. By the end, you'll know whether this kind of service is a fit for your situation, or if you might be better off starting somewhere simpler. AI Institute throws out some big numbers, things like saving over 100,000 work hours a year or boosting productivity by 20%. They don't just teach tools, they position themselves as long-term partners who map out your workflows, spot the bottlenecks, and then build automations or AI agents to cut the wasted time. The question is, do most clients actually get those results, or are they just showcasing the best success stories? If your systems are already running pretty tight, the gains might not be anywhere near what they're showing. If you're just starting out and want something easier and more guided, check the link in the description. It's a beginner-friendly option that can save you a ton of trial and error. It's definitely worth comparing your options to see what's really possible today. Now, let's move past the sales pitch and look at what actually stands out. One thing AI Institute does differently is put real weight on change management. A lot of firms in this space will give you tools or training and then leave. But here the promise is that they'll stay involved long enough to make sure your team actually adopts the changes. That's a strength. Another point worth noting is their talk about building custom AI apps and installing large models on-premise. That sounds powerful, but it also raises questions. What's the ongoing cost of maintaining those apps, and how much extra infrastructure or expertise do you need once the project is done? None of that is clear from their page. And finally, while they do mention governance and data security, they don't go into detail about certifications, compliance standards, or how they handle industries with strict regulations. For some companies, that lack of clarity could be a deal breaker. Let's talk about the training courses AI Institute sells directly. They actually list prices for these, which is more transparent than their consulting side. The AI for Beginners program is set at around 600 euros. The Copilot course is 300 euros, and the AI Agentic Strategy for Marketing course is 500 euros. Keep in mind that these prices may change from the time of this review to the time you see them. Those numbers put their courses on the higher end compared to other online training options. The question is whether the structure, support, and AI Institute branding are worth paying that premium. From the way they describe the material, it looks practical and hands-on, which is good, but there's no way to know how unique it is compared to cheaper alternatives. If you'd rather have someone in your corner guiding you step by step, check the link in the description. It's a beginner-friendly program that gives you personal coaching and even delivers buyer-ready traffic straight to your offer, so you're not stuck trying to figure it all out alone. Go and compare your options now. One of the things AI Institute leans on heavily is case studies. They highlight big wins like saving over 100,000 hours a year or creating millions of euros in value. Those sound impressive, but the details are pretty thin. You don't see breakdowns of how those numbers were measured or whether they apply to most clients or just one standout project. When it comes to testimonials, the site has a few, but they feel more like polished statements than real behind-the-scenes reviews. I also didn't find much independent feedback outside their own platform, which makes it harder to verify their claims. That doesn't mean the results aren't real, but it does mean you'd want to ask for references or at least speak to past clients before committing. The takeaway here is simple. AI Institute shows off some big results, but without more outside reviews, it's hard to know how typical those results are. If credibility matters to you, and it should, make sure you get proof beyond the marketing headlines before moving forward. So here's the bottom line. AI Institute is a serious option if you've got a structured business, enough people to benefit from automation, and the budget to bring in outside help. Their focus on measurable results, change management, and long-term partnerships makes them stand out from generic AI training programs. But at the same time, the gaps in transparency, the lack of independent reviews, and the fact that their biggest claims aren't backed with full detail should make you cautious. Now, if you're a beginner or if you just don't have the bandwidth to take on a big consulting engagement, there's another path. You don't have to figure this stuff out alone, and you don't have to guess which tools to use or how to get your first wave of traffic. In fact, I've dropped a link in the description to a beginner-friendly program that gives you personal coaching, step-by-step support with product creation, and even sends buyer-ready traffic straight to your offer. That way, you're not stuck spinning your wheels, you actually get guidance and momentum from day one. So, if AI Institute feels like too big of a leap, but you still want results with AI and digital tools, start with the link below. It's built to help beginners like you get off the ground fast, with someone in your corner and real traffic delivered to you. Check it out, it could save you months of frustration and get you moving a whole lot faster. And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment to let me know your thoughts, and give the video a like. It really helps more people see reviews like this. See you soon.